Welcome back to Football Kings. Today's Friday, and today's our prediction stream. We'll get into the game that happened today. Nottingham Forest, Sunderland, Nottingham Forest. That game ended up being 5-0.
Five,
Nottingham
five,
Forest won. I think that puts
five.
them 8
Kingston.
points clear of the relegation zone for now, until we see how the rest of the teams play. But the significant point for Nottingham Forest going to Sunderland, Sunderland at home, which is a difficult. We know it's a difficult place to play. Stadium of Lights, beat them there 5-0. Crazy. Cash is saying Rosinho sacked. That's happened a long time ago, bro. But yeah, Rosinho has been sacked. Said I miss Maresca. But yeah, 5-0. Let me see what the standing looks like right now. So Nottingham Forest have
Still the same,
39
39,
39
39 points.
points. So they are
Mm.
very close to 40 points.
Yeah. Close,
Uh,
Kingsley.
West Ham leads have 40 points. Nottingham Forest
Mm.
39. It seems like this
Mm.
relegation fight is between West Ham and Tottenham.
And Tottenham. Yeah, I think so too. It's between
And
those two.
it's between those two at this point because Forest, they look like they can
Mm.
still pick up more points. They look like they can still pick up more points. I'm curious to see who Forest. I'm curious to see the games Forest have for the rest of the season. In Europa League,
We
they
played
face
Chelsea.
Villa. They face
Chelsea.
Villa in Europa
Mm.
League. It's the semi-finals of the Europa League. They play Villa. Villa, they really care about this Europa League. It's their
That's
route
so
to the
important to
it's their
them.
route to the Champions League if they don't finish top five.
Mm.
But
Mm-hmm.
in the Premier League they play Chelsea, so they are facing Chelsea. Chelsea at home.
Next.
This would be Carlo McFarlane's first game as interim.
Premier League game.
Yeah, first Premier League game as interim since Rosinho has been sacked. We all know this.
Mm.
And then after that, Nottingham Forest they face
First.
Newcastle, and then after Newcastle they face United, and after United they face Bournemouth.
I think they are safe. They are safe because I feel like they can get
They
four
can get.
points from the next two games.
I think they
For the
can get
next
like
four
two
games,
draws
they
and
can
hopefully
four. They
win.
can get 4 points.
I think they can
They
get a
can.
draw. I think they can get a draw and a
They
win
draw
from
and
the
they win.
draw and
Yes,
a win. Yeah,
almost
I see. I think
100%.
so. I think
Yeah,
so. At
a
this
draw and
point,
a win takes them to about 42 points.
I don't know if
And I
Chelsea.
don't think
I don't know what you think of the Chelsea game. If you see them winning or losing that game, but then
Nottingham Forest will lose that game because Chelsea might just have maybe new manager bounce.
under McFarlane,
Yeah, it will happen. It
okay,
would. Maybe 1, 2 games it will happen, but apart from that, nothing much. You say Forest 5
okay,
against Sonora today. Yeah. Say
showed
today
Nottingham
showed
Forest.
Nottingham Forest not going down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because if I
exactly.
mean you're dealing with a Spurs that have not won in 2026. You're dealing with a West Ham that uh, uh, they are
In
trying their
terms of
best, but in terms
Kingsley,
of
in terms
personnel,
of
it's
form,
not good
in
enough.
terms of form for 2026, West Ham is fifth.
Yeah, they even have a better
If you go
form. They have a
if you
better
go
form than
by table,
Spurs.
if you were to look at the table for 2026, West Ham
Mhm.
is fifth, around that fifth
They have a
position,
better form than
right?
Spurs. Yeah. Before
So
we dive
Spurs,
into all the games that are happening this weekend and give our predictions, and I hope you guys make sure you give your predictions as well, how you see those games
click on
ending.
the like button. Those are just joining. Please hit the like button.
Let's get into some of the news around Man City, Chelsea, and then we get into the prediction stream properly. So for City, possibly Maresca will be the coach, but it depends on if this is Pep's last season. It depends on Pep, right? If Pep is leaving, then Maresca most likely will be the next coach of Man City. It seems like it's not just a rumor, but it's almost like a promise to Maresca at this point. Or do you
Yeah,
think
they've
this is
been
just
having
or
so
do you think this is
news
all
broke
talk?
out. I don't think so. News broke out. Is it today or even this week? But today that Maresca has been having high level talks with those at Manchester City
Mm-hmm.
in preparation in case. And look at it this way: why would Maresca just walk away from the Chelsea job if he did not have something lined up?
Mm.
Look at it that way. And you know why he walked away? How do I say it now? He walked away in the sense that if he had stayed, look at it this way: if he stayed till the end of the season, he might not. There's a I think there was just a feeling maybe his mind is not there. He might not have done well. Then Man City might need to reconsider. is this guy really good? I'm just thinking, is this guy really good enough? That sort of thing. At the end of the day, even if he was to go to Manchester City, Chelsea will need payments. Do you get?
I don't think it's that.
And
I
he was
mean,
and he was tired of everything that was going on at Chelsea,
I
right?
think the situation with Maresca is just pretty straightforward. I don't think there's a deep conspiracy here about him not wanting
Mhm.
to fail at Chelsea. I think it was clear Maresca is a coach that he will not fail at Chelsea. Like
He Kingsley, he
re-
had the Manchester City option.
he
That
would.
was one of the
I
reasons
don't
he
think he would.
left.
I don't think he would have
Yeah.
failed at Chelsea, even if like the Manchester City option was there or not, and he decided to stay at Chelsea or not. I don't think he would have failed this season.
No,
Failing
but
means Rosinho's performance where you guys are at on the
no,
table. I
failing
think
means he doesn't get the Champions League. That's failing
yeah,
for
I
him.
don't. That's what I'm saying.
And that's
I
it.
don't think
So,
the form you
yeah.
guys are on now with Maresca in
hmm
charge, you guys will be on this form. That's not true. I
But
actually
when he
feel
left
like
Chelsea, where
you
were we on?
guys, you guys were not bad
We're
when
not
you
in
left
the.
Chelsea.
We're like eight when he left us. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was still a lot
Well,
to play for. There was still a lot to play. There was still a lot to
our form
play.
under him was dodgy, Kingsley. Let me be honest with you.
It was not bad. It was
It
not
was
bad.
bad. Go and look at go and look at the December
The
form.
issue with Maresca was the
December,
rotation.
November.
The issue was the heavy
I wasn't
rotations. Yes,
content
things
with
were.
you
Well,
can see.
managers can have a stale month. They can have a month where they are not
This
doing
one
well.
has still
They're trying to dig
months.
themselves. You guys were not okay. Let's go back for the sake of the conversation. Let's go back to your performance.
My video
Around
is frozen, right? Let me
we'll go
see.
back to. I'll quickly go back to your matches around November, December last year. When
Mhm.
Maresca was in
Let's see.
charge, I can quickly
Let's
just
see.
go back around November, you guys in the Premier League, you guys, okay, let's start from Man United game. You played Man U, you lost. After that game, you played Lincoln in EFL Cup, you won. In the Premier League,
We meant don't count those ones
okay,
because
fair. I'll
obviously,
focus on only Premier League.
yeah.
You lost to Brighton. Then after you lost to Brighton, you played
Start
Liverpool, you
start
won.
from start
I'm
from no start from
I'm
November
good. I'll
first.
make myself. I'll make my way up. I'll make my way up. You went
Oh,
to.
are
I'm
you?
in
Where
October.
are you? Are you
I'm in October. I'll get to November, December. So
October?
October,
Okay.
you won Liverpool. You won Forest. You
Our form in
you
October
lost.
was good. I'm talking
You
from
lost
November.
to. Wait now. You lost to Sunderland. Then we get to November. In November, you won Spurs. Then you won Wolves. Then you won Burnley. This is
Mhm.
November.
Those are
Then
teams we
you
should win.
wait now.
Uh-huh.
Then
Those are
you
relegation
drew
teams.
Arsenal. You drew
Mhm,
Arsenal. You lost to
mhm,
Leeds. You drew
mhm,
Bournemouth. Right.
mhm.
This is Bournemouth at home. Then
Okay.
December you won
Mhm,
Everton. After you won
mhm,
Everton in December, you drew Newcastle. You lost to
mhm,
Villa. You drew Bournemouth. You drew.
mhm.
I think after this Bournemouth, that was when he left. He left after
That's
Bournemouth
when he left. Yeah,
because the
yeah, yeah.
next game
But
was
look,
so.
but look at,
It's not
but look
entirely
at it.
bad.
Look at no, just look at the wins we had for November and December. Count how many wins we had. Let me go to November for the sake of what we're doing now. Where is
The wins
November?
in November, you had one, two, you had four wins. No, you
I
had three
had
wins. You had
November.
three
I
wins.
won Spurs, which I
You
normally
had three
win,
wins in November.
regardless of the coach. I won Wolves relegation team, Burnley relegation team.
You had three
That's
wins
three.
in November.
December drew
Also,
to Arsenal, lost to Leeds. Wait now, drew to Arsenal, lost to Leeds, drew to Bournemouth. So in December, I had
you also won
one win.
Everton.
I had one win in December. Yeah,
Yes.
one win. How many draws? One, two, three, three draws, and about how many losses? One, two,
I don't
and
get the
almost
point of
three.
view. What are you counting? What's the point of you counting?
So what I'm saying is that in December, I had about three draws, three losses. No, three draws, two losses, and one win in
Mhm.
December. Right? In November, I played. I had three wins in November. Right, but those three wins, two of them are against relegation sites.
The same relegation sides that people have lost to, the same relegation sides that people have
But
drawn
this
to. I
No,
feel
but
like
it's still
you
really
calling you putting it down, putting it that way is a weird way to word it.
Kingsley.
You
Kingsley,
guys
we
won.
should be
You had
we should be
points.
winning those games. It's
Okay.
not a game that when you win would give
I
you
feel
award.
like I feel like what you're
No.
doing is a I feel like what you're doing is you're pushing a propaganda that is not entirely true. And the propaganda you're
Propaganda
pushing
am I
is
pushing?
your propaganda you're pushing is Maresca would have failed if he continued staying at Chelsea. And I
That
told
is
you that
not what
that is
I'm
not true.
pushing. No,
But
that's not what I'm
that's
saying.
how you started the
No.
conversation.
What I'm saying
You
is
okay, what are you
Maresca
saying?
propaganda. What I'm pushing is Maresca left. He I don't think he would walk away from the job the way he walked away if he did not have an option. That's what I'm saying.
What I am saying is
Do you get what I'm
even though
saying?
that's a
And
even though
from
that's a
and
possibility,
look at the
you cannot
result
say that
from October.
Maresca is left because he does not want City to
No,
see that he's not performing
no,
well at
that's not
Chelsea and
what
stuff.
I'm saying.
You
No,
did say that.
wait,
You
listen,
said
listen.
that.
From one scenario, you go to another. From October, when he was approached by City and all of that, go and check our form. Our form dipped. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not November we play small team, but December we hardly got a result. Fine. Now there was that issue with we know there was issue around control and this and that. When Liam Rosinho came, did we see that issue where Joao Pedro played 3 games in 1 week? Under Maresca, we never saw that. Do you get what I'm saying? It was a case of Joao Pedro start this one. He's rested for the other one. I don't know if you understand what I'm
And I
saying.
think the picture is not
So
even-
are
the
you
picture is
are
not
you
fully
saying
clear. The picture is not even
wait,
fully
are
clear
you
because Maresca was playing in multiple competitions. You're focusing on Premier League alone, but you need to
he
also
played
understand that
we
you
played
guys were
it's
playing
multiple
Champions League,
competition.
you played
Yes.
Premier
For
League, you
Rosinho, the
played
same thing.
yes,
Is what
and
I'm trying
Maresca
to
was
explain
getting
to
result. You
you.
beat Barcelona 3-0
Wait,
in
that's not the point.
November.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the major case we had against Maresca was his rotation. And Maresca was complaining the medical team are not allowing him this make the changes. They are making him they are forcing him to use a particular type of player. When Liam Rosinho came, do you get what I'm saying? Liam Rosinho, go and check when we played PSG, the 4 games from before PSG, Newcastle and PSG. This guy practically used the same team. Did the medical team did they go to sleep? So what I'm saying now is that when the fans were saying you don't know what you are doing, when they were chanting like why are you focused on heavy, why is the rotation so heavy like this? He's putting it on the medical team. We know there's a place for medical team advising him and everything, but why is it that we didn't see that under Liam Rosinho? Do you get? So at the end of the day, for the rotation, Maresca has a hand in that. You can argue that maybe medical team refused to they gave him time to use a particular player. Yes, but if he wanted to use a player game to game to game, I felt like he had the hand because Liam Rosinho did that. He did that, and we were even complaining that that's heavy usage of the players. Do
Okay,
you
so
understand what I'm saying?
I
So
don't get where the
my,
point this conversation is going.
what
So
I'm saying now
what's
is
wrong
that
with the rotation?
what I'm saying is
Mm-hmm.
from October when this propaganda about Man City started. Do
Mm-hmm.
you get what I'm saying? I just felt, and his agent started to negotiate with Chelsea, XYZ. His mind was already leaving the job. He was already getting tired. But let's
Mm-hmm.
assume he wasn't getting tired. Do you get what I'm saying? He was already falling out. He was already falling out with those people at the top. And I will still say it again. I don't think if Man City was not an option for him at the end of the season, I feel that Maresca would have stayed till the end. He would. He will stay till the end, and at the end, he would go. Are you telling me that Pochettino also had issues with those on top? Mid-season, almost mid-season around February, when he started to change his tone in his press conference. That's when you know managers are having issue with those on top. Started to change issue, and you started to. There was a time he said he sounded like he wasn't sure, but he stayed till the end. Do you get? So I feel I will still say it again. If Man City was not a sure option for him, this guy left money that he could have collected from Chelsea. He did. Which manager will leave money on the table? He's a human being. He's a human being. He will not leave money on the table. I just think that, and now there are reports coming out that the talk is advanced. This. I just feel
Anyway, let me read.
from
Let me read from Fabrizio. Fabrizio is saying Enzo Maresca
mm,
remains the manager wanted by Man City if or when Guardiola leaves. The decision will be only up to Pep if he decides to go this summer or in
mm.
2027. Maresca is the favorite candidate at City. Nothing signed yet, as more clubs are interested in Maresca, but Man City prepare ground for Enzo as the main name replacing Pep Guardiola whenever he activates his exit. I feel
When did they release this one today?
yeah, this was released 15 hours ago by Fabrizio
Yeah,
on I'm reading through Instagram. But
yeah.
at the end of the day, I feel like yes, Maresca was heavily linked with City. Yes, that gave him leverage. Leverage is always important when it comes to negotiating a better position at the club. But if the
Mm,
owners at Chelsea don't want to, are not open to better terms when it comes to the ideas that Maresca had, then
mm.
he can always leave. Having Man
Yes,
City as
but
the leverage, I don't think there's anything wrong
yes,
there.
but
The only thing I
you
want to just say is
mm,
there is no guarantee that if Maresca had stayed at Chelsea, he would have done things would have been worse. I actually feel like things would have been better if he stayed compared to where you guys are at
things
now.
no. Things would have been
That's my
better
own take.
because things would have been better because he will stay. If he was staying, he will stay because he knows that he's going to be Chelsea coach for longer. Do you get? He's not going to go to Man City or anywhere. He's going to stay and fight because he too also cares about his CV. He will care and fight. So the reason that he, to me, I still say it. The reason, and he's good that he even left. The reason that he left is because to him, I don't think there's any point if he's going to go to Man City at the end of, why should he stay at Chelsea and take the nonsense they were giving him? There's no point of that. There's no point. If you look at it from a good perspective, why would I stay and take the nonsense if I have something 10 times 10x better? Owners that would give me more say. Do you get what I'm saying? Sign me better players.
Mhm.
You are in a club where you ask for one defender. Levi Cowell got injured, your main defender, you ask for one defender, and they cannot give you that. The people there, who are the people that were giving him? Oh, find solutions internally. Do you get? So the club now are now changing their stance since when Enzo started doing all this Real Madrid talk. And look at it now. Talks are rumors came out yesterday. Man City are interested in Enzo Fernandez. Is it a coincidence? I will tell you something. Maresca, players that Maresca loves, he loves, and he can come for them if as Manchester City. Enzo Fernandez is one of them because he suits. Enzo Fernandez suits what he's trying to do. Do you get what I'm saying? Imagine you
Mhm.
pairing Enzo Fernandez and Rodri. That's perfect for him. The base is already there. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why, look at it this way. That's why we went to buy Drewsbury Hall. Because in Leicester City, Drewsbury Hall was like Enzo Fernandez. I'm not saying it's Enzo Fernandez, but he was that good. Go and see what he's doing in Everton. He's better than some of the midfielders we have.
Anyways, let's switch conversation and talk about Chelsea and Fabregas. So, what's the conversation with
Yeah.
Chelsea and Fabregas? Are there heavy links with between the two?
No, it's just I think Como president today said if Fabregas wants to leave, he's free to leave. He's not going to stop him. And if Chelsea will make him happy, he can go to Chelsea. So I don't know why the president is coming out to make those kind of statements, right? Saying, oh, he's doing well here and hopefully he qualifies us for the Champions League, even if he wants to leave.
Mm.
Like, why do you keep talking about leaving, if there's no story or something there? You understand what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, Chelsea does not need Fabregas. I don't think Fabregas is ready for the job.
Mm.
I don't, even if you are good and you know football, and I don't think the pressure is too much. It's too much. Do you get what? I don't know if you understand, but the
I
pressure is
understand what you're
just too
saying. Yeah.
much. Yeah, it's just too much. I feel like Fabregas is like 2 3 years away. I'll say 3 solid years away from coaching a top. If he wants to do it the proper way, don't skip any step. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, it says says Fabregas to go to the best, not Chelsea. Let's be honest. It would be yes. To me, to be a terrible decision. Yes, I agree with Foxy. I'm a Chelsea fan, but I'll tell you it's terrible because he's jumping into chemicals, toxic relationship. I can hell purgatory. No, it's purgatory. We're in a state of purgatory now. Do you get what I'm saying?
I
So
guess from
that's
a tactical standpoint,
he'll be good.
he has a know-how to
He
manage a
has a
club like
know-how, but the
Chelsea.
pressure is
I
too
guess from
much.
the other
Media,
administrative standpoint, he might not be a good
it's
fit.
too much. It's too
But
much.
okay,
I
let
just
me
think
read
it's
some
too much
comments
for
and then we'll
him.
move on from the conversation.
Yeah.
Cash is saying 4-1 versus Villa was the last good performance from Chelsea. Drew is saying McFarland didn't support Rosinho. I showed Andy today. Understand some of Rosinho's feedback and advice on the current squad was to sign more men. He believed that apart from a select few players, not many would actually stand up and fight. So when the tide got through, um, the few senior Chelsea players, I think, few senior players Chelsea do have were also understood to be too
Too
quiet.
quiet. Rich James.
A few squad
Yeah.
members were also understood to have the behavior of petulant children when they were not picked or something did not go their way. Interesting.
Wait,
So
let's hold that. Let's hold that thought. Hold that thought. So and he's right. At this words from Rosinho, he's right because go and look at under Maresca. One of the things Maresca suffered was that red card. People kept on saying, "Oh, the manager is this. Oh, yeah, the most undisciplined squad." You remember every time journalists were always throwing it at Maresca. You're in disciplined squad. Your players get red card. This. It was red card, red card. When Rosinho came, we still collected red card under Rosinho. It's not like he stopped. Do you get so?
who are the petulant children in the squad?
There's so many petulant children. You don't. Gusto might be one of them. Ganacho, he looks like a petulant child. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Mm,
I don't know, but to be honest with you, we talk about senior players. Tosin, Rhys James, Cucurella. Cucurella is even a petulant child. That's even meant to be a senior player.
mm.
But Rhys James is too quiet. Frank Lampard, I think it was Lampard that said this. He said like he doesn't understand. I'll paraphrase like sort of like Rhys James needs to speak more. You cannot be the captain and be this quiet. Do you get? So and even then under Maresca was always pushing a Levi Cowell. Do you get Levi Cowell's captain material XYZ? At the end of the day, what happened? He's gone. Yeah, we move on.
Anyways, let me
Why
read this comment and then we'll get into the
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
predictions. It says Fabregas would ruin his reputation so quickly.
yeah. So
Might
quickly, yeah,
take a few extra
yeah.
million, but already got his millions in the bank. Be
Stay at
smart,
Como,
stay
yeah.
calm, continue developing.
Stay there.
Yeah, me saying
And
first are staying up. Which one of you Kings and Andy said they will go down? I wanted them to go down, but
I also wanted them
the
to go
reason
down.
why I wanted them to go
I've
down
heard this not is Spurs.
was because of the
Since Spurs
owner.
entered the rally, yeah,
Was because
since
of the
I
owner. I
think both
feel
of
like
us wanted the owner to be punished.
I just wanted him to be
But they
punished.
did.
But at the end of
But
the
them
day,
at the end of the day,
I think the
yeah,
appointment of
that's fine.
Victor
It's
Pereira
correct.
was a good one because if
Yeah.
he had stayed at Wolves, who knows? Maybe he would have turned things around at Wolves. Never can tell.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
it's
Like
acting. He didn't give it
I watch
time.
I watched few of it's difficult to say that he could have done something, but I watched
It was
Wolves
close.
game
They were close.
every single time.
They
Like
drew
they were always playing good football.
close,
It just
lost.
felt
They were
like
close.
they every all those draws that they had in the first 3 games of the season or so, for 3 points on the board, they could have won those 3 games. It was this close. But anyway, that's football. It's
Lucky
result
saying I
based
don't like
business.
Tottenham Hotspurs, West Ham. I want both to go down. um, Liam is saying Fabregas the traitor. Arsenal made him. Hope he feels like
Oh
Chelsea.
my God.
Anyways,
Liam,
let's get into the actual prediction. We start from
Fabregas to
Fulham.
replace Arteta.
We start from Fulham, Aston Villa, and then we'll finish with Man U Brentford. I think that is it for the match week. Yeah, I think that's it for match week
Are you, are
34.
you, are you, are you seeing this comment from Foxy? Foxy will not kill us.
See,
See,
apparently
apparently,
Tosin is a great example of how to be a professional. Arrives early, leaves late, always talking to the youngsters, cooks the lunch for the team. That's the type you want to keep at the club.
unfortunately, we
I
don't need
mean,
someone
I don't
that
know what Tosin's
we
future
have
will
cooks.
be.
We
I
have
don't know.
cooks already.
I don't know what his
We have
future will
cooks.
be.
Kingsley, we have cooks at the club already.
All right, so
Do you get
Sunderland Forest played today. Nottingham Forest won 5-0.
them? Yeah.
Beat Sunderland. Forest, they have 39 points. When it comes to this relegation fight, Sunderland Leeds they look like they will stay up, and West Ham Spurs, it looks
Men,
like between both, one will go
yeah,
down. I have a very strong feeling.
it's West
I
Ham.
saw a rumor that what's his name? Dizebi hired a psychologist to speak to the sports players
Wow.
to help improve the psychological
Kingsley,
parts of the
I'll,
game for them, and to give them that confidence that they need on the pitch. I don't know how
I'll,
true that
I'll,
is, but I
I'll
heard that.
also tell you insider information like sports players, they don't care. They don't care about the club.
Mhm.
Do you get? So they don't care. Nobody cares. So even if they go down, it's not like they know that if they go down, they will all leave.
Mm.
It's different from West Ham, where most of them would actually fight because they know they will be at the club. And most of them have been there. West Ham players most of them have been there for a long time.
Mhm.
Do you get? So sports is just the attitude and mentality of the players.
I feel like Spurs might go down.
Conte question for Kingsley, for Conte to question the mentality, man, then you are broken. He saw
Anyways,
it first.
let's
Yeah.
start from Fulham Aston Villa. How do we see that game ending, guys? How do we see it ending? Put your predictions in the chat. How do you see Fulham Villa ending? To give you guys context, Fulham in their last five, they've lost two, they've won one, and they've drawn
Mm,
two. Aston Villa in their last five, they've lost two,
mm,
they've won two, they've drawn one.
mm,
So that's what their form looks like. From their last five, it seems like Villa have a good home form, maybe than an away form in the last five. And for Fulham in their last five, you can't really tell.
So look,
Very inconsistent form.
let's look at the incentive. I feel it's going to be a draw. Let's look at the incentive. If Fulham win,
Mm.
do they go above Chelsea?
Based on the based on the table,
Yes.
let me see. Fulham,
Or
they are
not?
45,
They go
48. No, they don't. It depends on
no.
what the win
Okay.
is. But no,
Points difference. Yeah, they don't. Okay.
no, based on
If
goal difference, no.
if Aston Villa wins, what happens? They solidify their position.
Yeah, if Villa wins, they
But the key thing is that, should
rather
I tell you the key thing?
top five.
They play Nottingham Forest. That played one day earlier.
Who
Do you
plays
get?
Nottingham Forest?
Aston Villa plays Nottingham Forest in the Europa League on
Oh, okay.
Wednesday or Tuesday, right? They
Yeah.
played it earlier, right? So I don't know why the Aston Villa's game is not put to Friday. This
So
league.
you feel like they want to rest people for that game?
The key thing is, if Emery doesn't get a result at halftime at 60 minutes, does he keep pushing the players,
I
push
don't
them
think
to
so.
85? He won't. He'll start
I
to
don't think
change.
so.
He will start to make changes. But Fulham, what are they playing for? Nothing. They are playing
I
for
I
Europe.
can I can see well Fulham playing for Europe is a stretch because I
I'll
think
say a
they're
draw.
playing for a better spot, but I won't say Europe. There are so many people that are ahead of them that are in better position to get that European spot than Fulham.
Mm.
This could be a win for Fulham if Villa they're not
Or
careful,
okay.
depending on the
Yeah.
people that Villa played. So if they decide to rest players, it's an early game. It's a very early game, so you never can tell. Early game,
Will be
Fulham,
first game
it's
early
first game
as
early.
a draw to end in a draw.
It could be a draw too. I would leave
May-
Fulham win or draw, but maybe draw, maybe a draw, maybe a draw actually. Say, Fox is saying Emery's doing an amazing job. Liam is saying, what do you make of Sunderland potentially sacking
I heard
Regis
about
Dobry?
it. Yeah, I heard
Really?
about it.
They they want to sack him.
Yes, yes, that's what I heard. They are thinking of bringing Liam. Who are they thinking of bringing? I was shocked when I saw this. I read the story today, this morning. Who are they thinking of bringing? I know it was not Liam Rosinho. It was someone else. That oh, they are thinking. They're thinking of I think the Bournemouth manager is the
Iraola?
Bournemouth manager Iraola. That's who they are thinking of bringing. They have good players, but
I don't know. I don't think it's a good decision.
you don't think, right?
I don't think so. I actually think Sunderland will get relegated next season.
If they change the manager,
I
right?
think they will get relegated. I think they'll get relegated if they're
I
not
think
careful.
that guy, the way he set them up,
It's what
he
saved
set them
them.
up to stay. Yes.
It's
If you
what
bring
saved them.
somebody else, but they sign players, Kingsley. They sign players. Let's be honest. And I think Foxy has said this several times, that why are we always talking about Sunderland? Like we forget they've signed a lot of players. They signed players. So yeah, maybe
Okay.
the owners are feeling entitled, but you need to
Mm.
be careful because it's borderline. Stability first.
Okay, let's move on to Liverpool Crystal Palace. Liverpool Crystal Palace, Liverpool at home. Crystal Palace are a team that always give us trouble. They're just a very I hate playing them. I actually hate playing them. This is a game that could actually be a draw. This is a game that we could win. But the only reason why I'm saying we would win this game is
Win.
because of the
Mm,
context behind it. The context being we are out of all competitions. All we
mm,
have to play for is a top
mm.
5 spot. The boys are now playing one game a week, like the rest of the like United, like the rest of the folks that are out of all our competitions. This
So
is
it's even
now
playing
this is
ground
now our trophy. Our trophy is qualifying for Champions League because we can't win
champion.
FA, we can't win
Mm.
Carabao. We're out of those
Oh, Woodman
competitions.
is Woodman
We're,
is going to be keeping.
we're out of
I've not seen the
UCL.
I've
So
not seen the comment from Foxy.
Woodman or not, I think
You lose
conceding is possible, very very
hundred
possible. We'll
percent.
concede, Woodman or not. I
Lose
think this is a
can't
game
win
where
it.
we should focus more on
Can't.
our ability to score. I think that's what we should focus on.
You
That's
can't
the
win
most
it.
important thing. So for me, I actually predict a win. I think we would win this game.
What was by what margin? When we say the margin,
We will concede for sure. I see us conceding a goal or two. I think this game can end 3-2. I think this game can easily can end 3-2.
3-2.
3-2, 3-2
I'll go for
Liverpool.
3-2, 3-2, 3-2 Crystal Palace
I'm
because
going
that was
3
what was in my mind.
3-2 Liverpool because this is a game that I think we would score, but would start conceding now to become shaky. But yeah, would
Just so
say
the,
Bayern has a
just
plus 80 goal difference.
it feels like
Man,
Saka just thought of Bayern. I thought of Arsenal. Like, what the heck is
it's
happening?
not even about
I
that.
need this
It's about how they've been able to do that in their league,
now.
the Farmers
But
League,
they've been winning a lot. It's not just Farmers League, but they've been having
Farmers
good
League,
wins, right?
Farmers League. How they able to do that in their league?
Kingsley. If they throw Liverpool in the German league, where would you guys finish? Would you guys win the league?
We definitely
I don't
finished top.
think
We
so.
definitely finished top two
Top two.
for sure.
True. Finish top
The only other team that will win it is Bayern,
Bayern.
but we'll
And
definitely be second.
probably you guys too will have plus 70 or plus 60 something.
But anyways, I mean it's crazy. Anyways, I'm giving Liverpool a win against Crystal Palace. West Ham Everton. That's the next game, guys. West Ham Everton. People are saying Liverpool Crystal Palace 2-2. That's a valid score line. Say Palace do what they do best, beat Liverpool, beat you 3 times already this season. Palace don't have Gehi anymore, so that's a
They've
plus.
been doing well without Gehi.
They don't have him anymore, so that's a
They've
plus.
been doing Lacroix, what's his name?
It doesn't
And
even matter
Richard.
who is there. All I
Yeah.
know is we'll win them.
You know
People are
what
saying
I think?
3-0 Palace.
Every
We
time
win.
Palace gets forward, if they get forward twice, I feel they score you
Let me
once
tell you. So,
because of
do you
Wood.
know one thing I'm sure of? Do you know one thing I'm sure
Mm.
of? No, that's
Oh,
not true. That's the mistake you're making. The
why?
mistake you're making is
Is
you're on
Woodman
that.
good?
You're going off a proper. That's the thing. Don't be the fan that does
Okay,
propaganda.
let me. No, no, no,
Be
it's not
be
propaganda. Let
reasonable.
me ask you.
Freddie
Okay, I'll
Woodman
ask
is
you
not.
this
Wait, wait,
question.
wait. Freddie Woodman is not.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie Woodman is not Mama Jashvili. He's not
Okay,
Allison. He will not give you that performance.
okay,
But Freddie
okay.
Woodman
Mm-hmm.
is baseline as a keeper is just a
Baseline.
baseline
Okay.
keeper.
Now I want to rank
So
him
don't
in
make it
terms
seem
of
like he's an
baseline.
empty
I'll
basket.
call few keepers. No, 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 no. I'll call few keepers and you tell me if he's better. Maybe that will change my
He's better
perspective.
than
Is he
Jorgensen.
is he better than Sanchez?
He's better than Jorgensen.
Just answer. I'm going to go. Just follow me. Is he better than
There's
Sanchez?
not enough data to know if he's better than Sanchez because Sanchez is your main keeper.
So you are telling me that Woodman is better than Sanchez?
Sanchez is your
I
main
don't think
keeper.
so. He's
There's not.
not
I
better
never
than
said if.
Sanchez.
I never said if he's better or
Okay.
not. But
I
the
know the
only
answer to
game
that,
he
but
has,
that's where I'm starting
the
from.
only no. Think about it this way. Think about it this way. The
Mm-hmm.
only game he has played is a
Mm-hmm.
Carabao Cup game where they paired him with
Against
academy kids. That's an
okay.
unfair game
Did he
to
make
judge
any
someone's
saves there?
performance. He made saves, but that's an
How many
unfair game.
saves?
I don't know the start of the data of my head. That's an unfair game to compare him
Okay.
as a
But he's
keeper
better
because
than
who were the people in
Jorgensen.
front of him?
He's better than Jorgensen.
He's better than Jorgensen. For sure,
Why
I
is he
believe he's better
better
than
than
Jorgensen.
Jorgensen? Why
With
is he
what
better
with
than
what
Jorgensen?
I've seen, whatever Jorgensen has, I think he
Based on
has.
what?
What
Short
I've
stopping.
seen, whatever Jorgensen has, I think he
He's
has.
not as good as Jorgensen in terms of feet. You know that.
Okay, Jorgensen should go and be a defender. He should go and be a midfielder. And then let's call it a day. It's crazy that we're even
Is
talking
he better
about.
than Onana? Is he
It's crazy
better
that
than
every keeper under the sun is better than Onana. Onana is ours.
okay,
Onana should even
okay,
be a
okay,
yardstick of
okay.
comparison. But let's move
Keeper,
on.
okay.
I think the whole Freddie Woodman propaganda, I think is rubbish.
Propaganda.
You guys are just spewing
Okay.
rubbish. The truth is,
Kingsley,
the guy is not. Wait, let me finish my statement. The
we don't
guy
want
is
to
not
see mistake
Allison.
tomorrow.
Wait now, the
Mm-hmm.
guy is not Allison. He's not Mama Jashvili. He will not perform
Mm.
like those guys. Let's reduce our
Yeah.
expectations. He's not going to do that. He's a baseline
Mm-hmm.
keeper. He's there to fill in the spot. The the
Remember, is
most
your
im-
third keeper.
the most important thing is the people in
Mm-hmm.
front of him.
Okay. If
You
you
get what
say
I'm saying?
so.
It's the people in front of him. They need to help him out. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
Konate, Allison, they need to help him out. You get what I'm saying? He said no data on Woodman.
Why?
I have 9 years of data. He's nowhere near Onana or Jorgensen. Come on now. What nonsense is that? Nine
I'm
years worth of
telling
what?
you.
9 years worth of
Telling
what?
you.
That's the
I'm
past.
telling
What
you.
what are we talking
Eh,
about? You're talking about his past. You don't know
okay.
him now. We've not seen him play a
Okay.
lot of games in recent times. You guys are acting like players don't improve. That's
Kingsley, I'll
crap.
make sure I'll
You're
make
acting
sure
like
this
no, but you're acting like
this
players
video
don't
is
improve.
clipped.
You're acting like
Okay.
players don't improve. That's a crappy
They
way to look at the
improve. They
game.
improve. They
I all
improve.
I'm all I'm all I'm worried about is our goal scoring. Our goal scoring. He said Woodman is a third choice Premier League keeper, which means
What I'm
basically
trying to tell you, he's
championship
third
level one
choice.
keeper. Yeah, so
Yeah, he's
that's what
third
I'm saying. He's a
choice.
baseline keeper. What do you expect from him? I've already told you guys, he's not Allison. He's not Mama Jashvili. He's not going to perform on the level of those guys. But don't make
Okay.
it seem like he cannot do the basic job of
And
goalkeeping.
that is why I told you if Crystal
So that's what
Palace
I'm
go,
saying.
that's why I told you if Crystal Palace goes forward twice and they have a shot at Freddie Woodman, they score one.
But you can't say that though. You can't say if they go forward twice, they have a shot at Freddie Woodman, they score one. That's a weird way to word
Okay.
that.
I watch Crystal
If you say
Palace.
if
Why
they
I
go
say
if you
that?
say
Why
they,
I
they
say
go
that?
forward, if they have a lot of
Oh,
chances in the game, they score
eh,
one. That's a better way to word it.
Crystal
No,
Palace would
your
not have
wording is
a lot
wrong.
of
Your
chances.
no, your but your
They
wording
would
is
not
wrong.
have.
If they create,
Kingsley, they will not have a lot of
and that is
chances.
where I'm
Crystal
and that
Palace
is
would
where I'm
not.
coming. You see, and that's where I'm coming from. You're
You
not
right?
understanding the analysis of what I'm putting forward. The most
Mm-hmm.
important thing for us in this game is our goal scoring ability. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Crystal Palace will have an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the people in front of him, in front of
Okay.
Woodman, have to help him. Is what I'm saying. Woodman is not
There's a
Allison.
job of a
He's not.
keeper too.
He's not Mama Zashvili. He will give you the baseline level that he can. That's what I'm saying. He said I
What if you
watched
say
Woodman play live last season for Preston.
when is Allison and Mama Jasby, when are they coming back? That's the main question now. Because they need to
I
come
don't
back
know. I don't know
quickly.
when they are coming back. But the key thing is, I came in this game. I don't want to get
Let
stuck
me
on the
check.
game. We have a lot of games we need to move on to. So my last
No,
thing I'm going to talk about in
there's
this
still
game.
time now.
No, we have to
Mama
move. We have a lot of games we have to cover. The thing,
Mama
most
Jasby.
important thing I'm going to say for this is we just need to make sure we score goals in this game. We don't waste chances. I don't know how
return
we're
there.
going to set up tomorrow because I think maybe Isak comes back. Isak might start. So Isak starting will be important. Isak starting would definitely help. I guess I don't know what Isak will do in this game. I hope hopefully he's able to score or find his shooting boots or something. But if Isak is not able to do anything, then the possibility of Rio coming on, Isak going to
Let me see.
subbing out Isak for Rio and then playing Gakpo up front, Salah playing. I don't know where the goals will come from, but
Allison is
hopefully,
return. Is not going to be out for long. He's coming back soon.
but hopefully we are able
Mm.
to score goals in the game. That's the most important thing. So yeah, it's going to be
Allison will be
definitely
back next week.
a game where we would concede, but then
Mm.
our ability to score is more important. So let's move on. West Ham, Everton.
That's true, sure. That's true. West Ham, Everton. This game is hard to predict. I'll be honest with you.
This is a game that could end in a draw, actually.
West Ham needs to win. They need that 3 points on the board. You know why I say they need that 3 points? They need that 3 points as Spurs is still in the relegation zone
Mm,
because they need to weaken the. You don't want to give Spurs the thinking that they will be safe. You've been in the relegation fight for. They've been there since almost, I think, since for a very long time, right?
mm.
They've been there. I think they've been there for long.
Because they were sitting in that relegation zone for a long time before they dug
Exactly.
themselves
Now
out. I
that
mean,
you've
Spurs
come
fumbled the
out.
bag.
Yes, but
They
now that
fumbled
they've
it.
come out, it's an opportunity.
Mm.
Do you get what I'm saying? They should just go out and play. They have to beat Everton. I even need them to beat Everton. Say rumors today, Allison living in the sun. Yeah, we said it
No, it's,
yesterday. It
it's
was
been, it's
not
been
even
a
today.
rumor. It's not just
This
today.
week. This
It's a
week.
rumor
He's
this
going
week that
to
he
Italy
plans
or
to
so.
leave.
Going
Go
to
see
Italy.
Juventus.
Yeah.
They're interested in him.
Allison, the keeper
So
that we should have bought. You know, we're the ones interested in Allison
I don't
first.
want to get into your reminiscing of Chelsea, bro.
Ah,
Let's focus
yes.
on West Ham Everton. I don't care
We
about
were
Chelsea's
interested in
past,
Van Dijk.
on who you are fumbled or who you guys are
But
thinking
we
of.
fumbled the bag, Kingsley.
I
It feels
think
like we're a club that always fumbles the bag.
anyway, West Ham Everton. I think it's important for West Ham
Mm,
to win, but this is a game that I feel like they will not win. This is a game I feel they will not win. This is a
mm.
game that might end up being a draw, and West Ham might
For
move up
West
to
Ham Everton.
West Ham Everton. It might end up being a draw for West Ham, and they might move up to 34 points. But if they win 36, helps their case.
Mm,
And that applies pressure on Spurs because now Spurs have to win. But if they don't win, they get a draw.
mm.
Spurs win.
I think the
The
only
the
thing we're
the
thinking about
downside is the
is
downside of that is Spurs will move out of the relegation zone and they will go back in because of goal difference.
that's not
So
good.
in order for them to prevent themselves from
They have
dipping
to
down into
win.
that
They have
relegation
to
zone, they have
win.
to win.
They
But
have to
some
win.
part of me is feeling like this West Ham Spurs is between one of the two of them that will get relegated and they'll keep on flip flopping in and out of the relegation zone up until we will see who's getting
Okay,
relegated.
see, you don't want to give the Zebi that chance to get out. Once he gets out, he's out.
Also, we are looking at the possibility of a draw, but there's a possibility that Everton win. We're also not. Well, we can't also rule out that possibility.
But
It's
is
not like
he
West Ham
away?
will go on. West Ham
Is
at
he
home.
away?
West Ham at home. There's a
I'll go for
possibility that
West Ham
Everton
win.
win.
I'll go for West Ham win.
I think it's for me. I'm going for a draw. I'm going for a draw. I'm going
Go
for a
for
draw
West
with this
Ham
one.
win.
JP saying slots will become his default self and become idiot and stupid. If you give Palace a chance, they will take it. Yeah, if you give them a chance,
That's
they will
why I'm
take it.
saying,
The
and
the
Kingsley,
focus, like I said again, is our
that's
ability
why
to score.
that's that's why I said if Palace gets forward twice, they would score one. They are not going to have plenty chances. You need to be wary about them. Those type of teams, they defend solid, so there's no space. If you guys get forward, you guys need to score. But where is the space? It's not that they are going to come out and all out attack you.
Yeah, well,
He gets,
That is Anislaw's job to figure out how
he needs
to
to
create
think. Yeah,
chances.
they pay him the big
They
bucks.
pay him the money for that. I'm a fan. I'm there to watch the game and make sure my team win. Um, so will be a 5 point difference tomorrow. West Ham to Spurs. Oh,
When does
that
sports
given
play?
that
They,
given that
they
West
play on
Ham will
Sunday.
win.
Don't tell me sports play
So
on Sunday.
Spurs, no Spurs, they are playing tomorrow too as well. So
Okay.
Wolves Spurs. Wolves
And
always
Wolves
give
always win.
Spurs trouble. always. I don't know how they
And
survive
I'm
this
telling
one.
you that it's Wolves that will pull them down, will take
I
them
think
down with them.
this might be a Spurs draw or lose. They might lose this one or they might draw this one.
But
I think
lucky they
Wolves will,
can win.
unless Wolves are just like nothing to play for, but relegated. So just
Well
vibe.
done.
Yeah, there's nothing again we're playing for. We're just vibing. At this point, you're done, right? You might as well just do whatever. But
But now the players are playing for people to come and buy them. Some of them.
yeah, now the players are playing for a better
Yeah,
spot. So that money
yes.
guy,
You
people
see,
might want
Manny
to
hat
showcase
trick.
themselves.
Showcase themselves on the big stage.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard about that.
So
What into Liverpool?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This game for Spurs, they need to win too as well. They need a win. But I think this game might be end up being a draw. It might end up being a draw. I think Wolves will get something from Spurs. I think
Anybody,
they might get
let's
something
put
from
it
them.
like this. If West Ham or Tottenham lose tomorrow, any of them, that's the person that is going down. I think. If
Yeah,
West Ham
well,
loses, it will be
it's
hard.
not guaranteed though.
It will be hard because
Okay,
at this time
say
you don't want to be in the relegation. You say Wolves always get the result versus Spurs, especially at home.
Wolves' home record
Mm,
lately very, very good. Exactly. So
shit,
they
man.
might lose that game if you're not careful. They might lose.
Oh my
Sadly.
god.
Sadly, they
Oh
might.
my days.
Anyways, let's move on to Arsenal Newcastle, guys. Arsenal Newcastle.
Oh man.
Arsenal's
Let's
fight
start
is a
from
different
team
kind of fight.
news. Mm.
For
Saka is back.
Spurs and West Ham, their fight
Mm.
is to not be relegated. For Arsenal, their fight is to win
Mm.
the league. So it's a different kind of fight.
So Kingsley, did you watch
Arsenal
Ateta's
must
uh, pre-
win.
press conference? Did you watch his press
What did he
conference?
say?
They asked him, they say, how is he feeling? He said he feels Ateta likes to, he's so philosophical. I see he feels very positive, not positive. Let me paraphrase. He feels very sure that they can go on and win it. Right? The reason because they've been here before, that people said, when they played Newcastle the first time, that if they don't beat Newcastle, they can't win the league, and they are here again. It's 5 games for the end of the season, and it's 5 finals for them. It's 5 must wins for them. They know what to do. Okay, they asked him. Okay, they now told him. They said the supercomputer is predicting us now 65% to win the league. The
Hmm,
supercomputer is still predicting Arsenal to win the league, not even Man City,
hmm.
right? And he says, what is making you think you can win the league? Is it your own supercomputer? What's your supercomputer telling you? He says supercomputer. It's not about supercomputer. His intuition is just telling him they would win tomorrow, and they can win the remaining 5 games. And I said that he started with just he's thinking too far.
Hmm.
When
One
have you
thing
heard Guardiola come out and start talking about winning the league? No, he's always talking about game by game. I think that should be his focus. Just focus on the Newcastle game, right?
I think I really, really strongly believe that Arsenal would beat Newcastle. I really strongly believe they would. I know Newcastle people are saying, yeah, they'll give Arsenal trouble, this, that, but I don't see it. Unless the only bad outcome from this game for Arsenal is a draw. They drew Newcastle. But in terms of what is how Arsenal they are feeling right now and Newcastle, I think this is the worst time. This is the worst time to meet Arsenal because they would want to give everything at the next five because it's now a
True.
do or die. We're same points with City.
And
City
now
could
we
drop
need
the
to even
ball
score. We
as
need to
well.
score
We need
goals.
to score
Yeah, we need to
goals.
score
It's going to
goals.
be rough, scrappy, and they need to make it rough, scrappy. Throw their best at it and try to get a win. And I'm going to predict Arsenal to win this one. I think they. I think the only issue is the amount of goals they can
Mm.
score. I don't see them scoring 4 goals, 3 goals. Maybe they might surprise me and do
Or
that, but
if 2-1
yeah,
maximum,
maybe they might surprise
that's
me
the
and do that.
best.
But this is a game they could win 2-0. Actually, I think they'll win this one 2-0. That's what I think. Foxy saying,
You see
what did the
Fox's comment.
supercomputer predict for Arsenal versus Wolves and Arsenal
Oh
versus
my
Southampton and
god.
Arsenal versus Bournemouth? Computer's broken. Say Arsenal has got a good chance to win the league still. City might drop points, especially Bournemouth and Palace. Very, very tricky games for them. Fox is saying Arsenal will take it to the opposition. Make sure the shots are going into the net. I think
Guys, let's hit the like button. Everyone on the live, let's hit the like button, please. Yeah,
Fox is saying Wolves drew Arsenal, beat Villa,
it's
beat
Villa.
Liverpool, lost to Liverpool in the cup. Solid record lately. Depends on how on it depends on how on
Say if he
how
does the right
how
thing,
he sets up.
1-1.
But if he
Oh
does
my
the right thing, then one
god.
one. I told you the worst case scenario will be a draw, but Arsenal is not losing. Arsenal, they are not losing this game. They are not going to lose this
But the
game.
big question is
I actually think
Newcastle,
they'll
are they
win.
struggling to score? Is Newcastle struggling to score?
It doesn't even matter if they're struggling to score or whether they can score.
Nobody cares
Nobody gives a damn. I'm telling
if
you
they
that
can
this game
score.
Arsenal would win, especially because they are the Emirates. If this was St. James's Park, my conversation around this would be
It will be
entirely
different.
different.
Yeah,
But
it's not a
because
good
it's
time to
at
go
the
there.
Emirates, they are not losing this game.
Yeah,
They are not
they need
losing this
to
game.
revive, and they've won. I think SSB
And
said
and one
Arsenal always win their last five.
and
I
one thing
think
I want to
Arsenal
call
won their
out,
last five.
one
I
thing I
don't
do
know.
want to call out is if they win this game, this is momentum. They'll win the rest of their games. If they because this is the last hardest game. I want you guys to know this is the last tough game they
This is the
have.
hardest one.
This is
Yes,
the last tough game
exactly.
they have. Newcastle. The moment
Yeah,
they beat
yeah.
Newcastle, what teams are they
They
facing?
believe. They
They
believe
all
they can beat the
they have to
rest.
play with West Ham. They have to
Beat
play.
West Ham.
I mean, they have the rest of their games. Let me see.
Crystal Palace, I think
The
they
rest of
play
their matches
Crystal
after
Palace.
Newcastle in April. Then they face
Mm.
Fulham. They can beat Fulham.
They'll
Fulham
beat
at the
Fulham.
Emirates.
Yeah,
Then they go away
yeah.
West Ham. They'll beat West Ham. Then
They
they play
can they can
Burnley
beat
at the
West Ham.
Emirates. They'll beat Burnley. Burnley, they're
Relegated.
relegated. Then
Yeah,
their final game, they play Crystal
Crystal
Palace.
Palace. I think it's that last game, man.
Is that last game that'll be a tough one?
Oh, but Drew is even saying something. Saying, okay, say Andy, I can see Arsenal capitalizing on a game and drastically, especially the Burnley one,
Improving their goal
improving their,
difference.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they have an opportunity. Like City, see
And that's
the
what they
remaining.
should do. Go
Let's look
for it.
let's look at it this way.
Don't back
Hmm?
down when you're winning. Keep on
Yes,
scoring.
let, yes, let's look at it this way. City, I know City would win the remaining of their fixtures, but those fixtures are tricky. They are all tricky. Even Arsenal's own, apart from this Newcastle, if they can scale Newcastle, I think they can prop up that goal difference. They can. That's a possibility.
I like this point from Foxy. Say Emirates are nervous and they will make the players nervous the longer it's at 0-0. As bad as our season has been, how he knows how to beat Ateta, and it's April. It's going to be a tough game regardless. But how he's not winning this one? I'm sorry, man. He's going to lose.
Newcastle have been very
He's
bad.
going to lose.
In fact, I even saw Newcastle. They're like
How I know
4
that they can beat Newcastle? Newcastle. Anyways,
in
it doesn't always correlate the same. But Newcastle, they came to Anfield. We beat them.
nothing,
We
nothing,
beat them. That was a comfortable win for a bad
nothing.
Liverpool side.
They
And
didn't
Arsenal, you're
even
telling me
leave
you can
love.
comfortably beat Newcastle at the Emirates? You can't. Come on. The same pressure you apply to City, apply that pressure and a little bit more. They will beat them.
You know what I
But
think?
anyways,
Should I tell you for this game? I don't think Newcastle maybe can score more than one goal. I don't think so. So, but Arsenal needs to score. So the big question is, can Arsenal score more than one goal?
it was not even easy for City to score. Even City when they won Arsenal, it wasn't easy for them to score. That game could have easily ended up being a 1-1 draw between Arsenal and
1-1
City.
draw.
If
Yeah,
not because
yeah,
of that
yeah.
run of play where O'Reilly was free, ran, gave it to Doku, ran forward, received it again, gave it to Haaland. If that did not happen, then that game could have easily ended in a 1-1 draw. But anyways, let's move on to the final game of match week 34. That's
Mm.
Manchester United Brentford. United at
Ah,
home.
this is the game I've been waiting for, Kingsley.
United Brentford. Why?
I need a draw from these two, bro. I need a draw, especially that Brentford. Or
Why?
let Man U
Oh,
Kingsley.
we don't want Brentford to.
I don't want Brentford to leapfrog me.
I actually forgot you're sitting eighth position.
I'm
Actually,
still struggling.
if Brentford, wait, okay, you guys, that means you guys are not playing this weekend. So if Brentford even draw, you guys drop to 9, and if
That's
Everton
it.
win, you guys
That's
even
it.
drop
We're
further
doomed.
down to 10.
We're doomed. So we
That's
need
crazy.
West Ham and United to do their jobs. Do their jobs.
Mm.
You know what? You know what? You know what I want? Man City still plays Brentford.
Mm.
Do you get? What I want is I want the hope of Europe to still be alive for Brentford when they meet Manchester City. I think they still meet Manchester City
Yeah, they do.
at the Emirates. On is it on the last day? Don't tell me
Yeah,
it's last day.
I think it might be on the
Is it
last day.
last day?
Yeah, I
Oh my
think it's on the last
days.
day.
We're going to have last day drama. We are.
Those last day games are not going to be easy.
We are. Is
No,
it
it's not
last?
the
It's
last day.
not
It's not
on
the
the
last
last
day.
day.
It's not the
Okay,
last
okay,
day.
okay. They are safe.
It's not
Who
the
do they
last
play
day
on the last day?
actually. It's who playing on the last day?
City. City. Who are they playing?
Villa. They're playing Villa on the last day, which
Oh,
is not good.
this thing. That's not good because they will have already known their fate.
Yeah, Villa might trouble them too.
Yeah, damn
Oh
it.
yeah, Drew made this comment. If no, this comment actually say if Forest win the remaining games and you guys lose all your games, they finish above you guys.
Yeah, it's who we are.
But that will not happen. You guys will not lose all your games.
Listen,
Ikena
for
is saying,
you know,
wait,
mm,
before we dive into that, let me read Ikena's comment.
yeah,
Ikena is saying you may argue that Newcastle is the last tough game for Arsenal and may not lose games, but Arsenal are recent specialists of draws. They drew Wolves, West
bros.
Ham,
Mm,
and Forest. Arsenal will still draw points. I don't think
that's
I
it.
see what you're saying, but I don't think they'll draw. They'll draw that Newcastle game. I think they'll win. I think they'll win. Um, if they don't win, then they're not winning the
And
league.
they can't win the league. It's
if,
done.
if
It's
they
done.
don't win, anyways, there's no guarantee. It doesn't work that way. If they don't win, I
Mm.
think it will really crush them mentally, and that might affect the remaining games. But I still think they'll win that game. Anyways, let me not say if they don't win. If they draw, it's not completely done. But then a draw is not a good enough position to be at. So
I like this. I like this comment. See, and stop wishing results from other things. You lot are useless. We are useless. Listen, as a club, we are useless. I'm honest.
what's your prediction for United Brentford?
I mean, I don't even mind Brentford getting one over United, but that is to my detriment.
Mm,
It doesn't affect anything. So United might as well just win them and move along and qualified for the Champions League, right? I think I'll go for United win 3-1.
United win three
But
one.
you know what I think? I still feel United have been shaky. They
Mm.
have. They have been shaky. Their last two games, they lost to Leeds,
Yeah, they've been
Chelsea,
shaky.
and
They could
Arsenal.
actually lose this game.
Yeah, they can
If they're
lose.
not careful.
I'll go for Brentford win. No, let me not go for Brentford win.
I like that draw. That draw sounds good. Sounds like a good one.
Draw,
I'll go for a
draw,
draw.
draw. I'll go 3-1 United.
I'll go for a draw.
Yeah,
I'll go for a draw. Yeah, United
3-1
Brentford
United.
draw.
But yeah, yeah. But Brentford have been drawing. I think it will be a draw. Their last five games, they've
It
drawn
could be.
everything.
It could be a
Yeah,
draw.
yeah.
It could be a draw. But yeah. Anyways, final thoughts.
We talked about the FA Cup now. We need to talk about the FA Cup games.
Oh yeah, the FA Cup.
Yeah,
Let's talk about FA Cup.
FA Cup games. I don't know. I'm wishing that Southampton can win. You say Forest was crazy today. Yeah, they were. They surprised. They
All right,
surprised.
City Southampton.
Are we going to have a surprise?
No, I
You
think
think we
Man
can
City
have
will
a
beat
surprise?
Southampton.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Man City will win Southampton, especially because
Why?
I
They're going
think
to wear their
I think
lucky
that
jersey.
domestic
They're
treble.
going to wear their lucky jersey. Remember that.
I say, have you guys done Liverpool Palace? Yeah, we have. I said
Why?
3-2.
Especially Kingsley. Kingsley,
I
say
said
your
three
score.
two. I said 3-2.
3-2. You
3-2
can imagine
Liverpool.
if predicting you guys will win 3-2 with
No,
Freddie Woodman in goal.
I said 3-2.
I said 3-2
Like I
Palace.
back myself like mad. Like I back
You
myself
back yourself.
like
Okay.
mad. Like
Okay.
you people are funny. You think I don't believe in my team? I do, especially because we don't have multiple competitions. I think our form would improve a lot.
Okay.
It's we're in a
Say so.
better position, but we conceding we will concede. The issue is
Okay.
our ability to
Say
score.
to score.
So I said we
And I
win.
also made mention that Crystal Palace are not the kind of team that they give you space to score because they always sit back.
It doesn't even matter. When they came for Carabao Cup, we didn't play our full team. We played academy kids. I just want to let you know. When we faced them at home, they won us last. They won us last minute from Nketia. That was how they won
Okay.
us. Let us always add context
Okay,
when we look at the games.
let me ask you this question. Can you draw this game
I
against
can
Nick
draw this game.
against Crystal
I can
Palace?
draw this game. No, I'm not going to be delusional and say I can draw this game. I can, but I
Okay,
strongly
so-
believe I will not draw. I believe I'll win. I believe I
okay,
would,
that's good.
because the
That's,
context
anyway,
behind it, context
and
has
it's not is
changed.
getting a new contract too. So
Then we were on the brink of a crisis, or even entering a crisis. A lot of things were
mm,
surprising to us. Salah dropped
um,
form. We didn't really even know, and it sort of trying out a lot of things. Then you get what I'm saying.
mm,
Now is a different situation. This is a Liverpool that's gone through an entire season of heartbreaks, poor
um,
performances, good
true,
performances,
true,
inconsistencies, and then you bring
true.
a Palace in front of us, and you think we don't have the ability
Enough
to
beat
beat them
them
at Anfield.
to beat them.
We beat
Okay, that's fair.
Everton in a
That's
derby game at
that's
their new
fair.
stadium. You think we can't beat
But
Crystal Palace?
you always beat Everton. You always get one against
No, the derby, we don't always beat them
you
in
always
in
draw.
the derbies.
Okay, okay, okay.
At Everton at home, we don't always beat them. The
You
last time
always
we
beat
played the
them.
derby,
Okay,
we didn't
that's fair.
win.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Always beat them is a strong
Allow it
claim, but
slide.
that
Allow it
that
slide.
is my own prediction. You guys can have your own take. That's what I think would happen. But anything can happen in football.
What I think would happen is if Crystal Palace gets forward, for every two times they get forward, they score you one goal. You need to be wary of that.
Well, that will not happen. Let's move on. Man City, Southampton. Man City, Southampton. I think City will win. Let me see possible lineups on this one. I don't know.
Southampton are when they are lucky Jesse Kingsley.
Nobody gives a damn. Football is not
They are when
superstition. It's who shows up on that day.
okay,
It's who shows up on that
okay.
day.
Anyway,
Nobody gives.
the coach
Nobody.
has
Nobody gives a damn if they were there. They
the
will
coach
beat
has
them. They will beat them like little kids in their favorite jersey and send them home. So that's
oh
exactly what will happen
okay.
to
So
them.
no chance for Southampton.
They are not winning. Southampton will not win this game.
I'm
See,
predicting a penalty.
Southampton and Arsenal,
I'm
those
predicting a
two
penalty.
is to Arsenal. When Southampton play, Arsenal and Southampton play, anything can
Mm.
happen. And Arsenal they fumble the bag, but with City, no
Mm.
chance. It
Okay.
depends on who Pep decides to play. But I feel
Okay.
like City are in a spot where they're trying to go for that domestic treble. They will beat Southampton. I really do
Okay.
think so. So my prediction is City win. Um, City win like 3-1. I think
Wow. I
3-1
predict
City.
penalty. Predict a penalty.
3-1 City. That's my prediction for that one.
City win on penalties.
Fox is saying if Palace beat Liverpool again, it will be the first time they've ever beat a top flight side 4 times in one season history. It will not happen again. That's just all I can tell you. It will not
Guys,
happen
super
again.
chats are on. We didn't tell you guys.
Anyways, Chelsea leads.
We're
That
losing. Just keep it as a loss.
Chelsea leads. That's
On the steady.
happening. That's happening on. Is that happening on Sunday? I think
Sunday.
that's on Sunday.
Sunday. Sunday.
Chelsea leads on Sunday. I don't know. I think Chelsea leads can go to penalties. Actually, that's the game I
Chelsea
can see.
lose.
That's the game I can see going to penalties.
Chelsea lose. Don't bother yourself.
That's the game I can see going to penalties. I can see that game going to
We,
penalties. Boom.
we have Mark Fan. Anyways, let's see. I watched because I always like to watch pre match, right? And the guy seems focused on there's one phrase I caught from what he said, right? And made me just think, okay, maybe we might have a chance, but I still put Leeds to win, but maybe we might have a chance because of that phrase. He said we are focused on setting up the team and having a tactics that suits the players. It's a
Mm,
big statement.
mm-hmm.
You understand? It's a big statement. You know what that means? We're not going to do anything fancy. This we just want to use stuff, and that should always be the idea. Use tactics and ideologies that fits the players that they understand, that they'll be able to excel in. Don't start bringing in a gang pressing or one set of pressing that you manufactured from somewhere mid-season and you expect to get results. Do you get what I'm saying? Go back
Yeah.
to default. Most teams have we've been outrun by so many teams this season. It just shows that we're not runners, right? Maybe on that push we're runners, but in the last 1.5 years, we've not been runners. Our coach Maresca never built us to be runners. Patience, controlled pressing, right? That's all what we've always done. So we'll see. But I don't know. I'll just give it to Leeds, except Leeds fumble the bag, right?
I'm
So
saying Chelsea versus Leeds, close game, but in the end, Leeds will go through. The fans deserve it. Proper club, 4-1. No, I don't see it being 4-1. I think Chelsea Leeds, it could easily go to penalties.
I'll say 3-2,
On a
3-2
two a
Leeds,
2-2 that could lead to penalties. But even with that,
3-2
I think
Leeds,
I think Chelsea can go through.
three-two
I
Leeds.
actually think Chelsea can go through.
Chelsea Southampton final.
I'm expecting a City Chelsea final. A City
It's Wembley now. Nobody's at home. It's Wembley.
I expect a
It's
City Chelsea
Wembley, right?
final.
It's Wembley. It's Wembley. It's an extra time. If I'm a Chelsea fan, yeah, this is very difficult. Anyways, final thoughts.
Final thoughts for me. I think
Final.
our game against Crystal Palace, the focus should be more on goal scoring, making sure we take advantage of all the chances we create and our opportunities. I think we've not been as clinical as I need us to be this season. I think that will be the way we win the game. You outscore them,
Yeah.
you score them quick,
Mm.
you score them early, you give them nothing. When they have some chances, we know we have Freddie Woodman in goal. Protect him as much as you can, and then let's see what he can do. If they score him, fair. But let's just make sure we stay in the game. You get what I'm saying? Stay in the game and see what we can do. See what we can get from that game. But I do feel like if we score early, if we score
Have a
enough
good
goals,
chance.
we have a very good chance of beating Crystal Palace. We have a very good chance of beating them. So that's what I think. That's what I think. That's my take. But those are my final thoughts. What's your final thoughts?
Um, Final thoughts for me would be I don't know what this guy is going to do, McFarlane or whatever his name is, right? But Chelsea fans are done for the season. We're done and dusted. Most of us have hung our jerseys. We're waiting to see who our next coach would be. We've written off this season, right? Bluco might not have been. Bluco are still hoping on something to redeem themselves
Mm.
for the shambolic running of our club. They are hoping to win an FA Cup. Do they deserve to? Do they even deserve to be in the final? They don't. Not whether Chelsea deserve. Does Bluco deserve to be in the final? They don't. Does CFC LDN deserve to be in the final? They don't. Let's be honest with ourselves. With the way we are being run, we don't. Right? And maybe results from we go on and we lose the remaining games of the season. That would justify Rosinho. That our club is being run badly. It's not even just about Rosinho because I feel like we've destroyed that young man's resume. We brought him when he might be a brilliant coach, but we brought him when he was not ready and not up to the level and up to the standard. So we'll see.
Anyway, shout out to you
Another
guys.
weekend, another loss.
Shout out to you guys for joining the stream. Lucky, Foxy, Ikena, SSB. I think SSB came on the stream, right?
Grove, Charles.
Groove,
Yeah.
Liam, Cash. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. I
JP,
appreciate you
JP
guys.
was here too.
I
Liam
appreciate you guys
was
for
here.
joining the stream. You guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow after the games, first couple games of match week 34. You guys, please like this video if you've not already done so. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 10K before the end of the year. I appreciate you
Mm.
guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, take care.
See you. Bye bye.